All right, let's jump right in. If you're someone who feels like you've already faced a lot in life, but you're now searching for that next challenge, something that will really push you and build a whole new kind of strength, then this is for you.
So let me ask you something straight up. Is your comfort zone a cage? I mean, really think about it. Our modern lives are so full of convenience, but what if that very comfort is actually holding us back, trapping us in a way we don't even see?
And that brings us to this idea of the trap of comfort. You know that feeling, right? That sense of being a little numb, maybe a bit stagnant. It's what happens when life gets too predictable, too easy, and we start to lose our edge. We feel like we're capable of so much more, but our environment just isn't asking it of us. So this is for those of you who get that, for those who've built a life, who've seen things, but now feel like the daily grind just isn't sharp enough anymore. You're ready to go out and find a real challenge, one that can take your mind to the next level. So where do we find a challenge like that? Well, we're going to look somewhere pretty incredible, an ancient path to strength. We're going to see how we can adapt the deep wisdom of ascetic monks for our own lives, right here and now.
The core concept we're borrowing from is called dong kwa. Now, what is that? It's basically a set of voluntary practices Buddhist monks use to speed up their journey to enlightenment. And the whole point is to systematically and intentionally cut away at all our attachments, to comfort, to what we like and dislike, to our ego. And listen, this is no joke. The original tradition has 13 of these practices. Yeah, 13. It's an intense, very deliberate path that was designed based on a profound understanding of how to take apart the ego piece by piece.
Now, let's be super clear here. The goal is not for us to become monks and go live in a forest. The goal is to borrow the essence, the powerful principles behind these practices, and use them as a tool. We can use this ancient technology to forge a mind that's as clear and as strong as a diamond. So, how do we actually do this? Well, we've distilled the big ideas down into 5 challenges for your mind. These are practical, real-world ways you can start building that resilience today. Okay, challenge number 1, radical solitude. The original practice was to live completely alone in the forest, facing real isolation and fear. Our modern version is just as powerful, a 3 to 7 day digital detox. And I mean intense. No phone, no internet, not even a book or music. It's literally just you alone with your own thoughts. So what's the point? Well, it forces you to meet yourself without any filters. You get to discover what your mind is actually like when all the noise from social media, news, and all the other distractions is completely stripped away. Challenge number 2 is intentional eating, and this one goes straight for the ego. Monks would just eat whatever was put in their bowl, no questions asked. For us, what does that look like? You could try eating just 1 meal a day for a while. Or, if you're really feeling brave, eat the exact same, simple, bland meal every single day for a week. This practice just rips apart the line between what you truly need and what you simply want. You learn on a gut level that your body just needs energy. All that mental chatter about, I like this or I hate that, you start to see it for what it is, and you gain power over it. Our third challenge is voluntary discomfort. Monks would detach from having a comfy, permanent home. We can do the same thing by directly challenging our addiction to comfort. So try sleeping on a hard floor for 1 night, or maybe live for a weekend with only the absolute bare essentials. See what happens. When you take away that physical comfort, even for a short time, you start to see that true happiness has nothing to do with a soft mattress. It comes from having a mind that's at peace no matter what's going on around you. Building right on top of that is challenge 4, facing the elements. The monks would literally live out in the open to break their mind's attachment to comfort. We can do this too. Intentionally go for a run on a cold morning, hike a trail that you know is going to be tough, face the wind, the sun, and just endure. And now for our final and maybe the most intense challenge, extreme endurance. So
One of the original practices was to never lie down to sleep, to conquer physical limits and laziness. For us, we can apply this mentally. If you meditate for 10 minutes, try pushing it to 30 or even an hour. The goal is to sit with all that discomfort, the aching back, the sleepy mind, and just watch it without giving in. And this is where you get a huge insight. You learn from your own direct experience that things like pain and drowsiness are just temporary signals. They're like weather patterns that arise in your awareness and then pass away. They happen to you, but they are not you. Okay, so we've got these 5 different challenges. But what's the common thread here? Why does seeking out discomfort actually make us stronger? Well, it all boils down to one simple idea: the philosophy of pressure. Let's be really clear on this. This is not about self-torture. Not at all. Think of it like a strategic mission. You are intentionally going in to destroy the comfort zone, that invisible cage that keeps your mind comfortable, but also keeps it weak. I mean, think about it. What creates a diamond? It's immense, sustained pressure. It's the exact same principle for our minds. Random, chaotic suffering can break us, but intentional, chosen hardship, that is what forges an unbreakable, resilient diamond mind. Which brings us to the final part. Now it's your turn. It's time to take this ancient wisdom and use it to forge your own diamond. So here they are again, your 5 starting points. You've got radical solitude, that digital detox, intentional eating, voluntary discomfort, facing the elements, or extreme endurance. You don't have to do them all at once. Just pick one. Pick the one that resonates with you. Or maybe pick the one you resist the most. So there's really only one question left to ask. Which challenge will you choose to begin? The path to a mind that is stronger and more resilient than you can imagine is right here in front of you. The choice is yours.